Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barely Necessities. It's Laughing Places discussion of Disney merchandise. I'm the site's co-founder, Rebecca Mosley. Rebecca Burbank is with us. She's our site manager and the one who gathers up all these little goodies. I just get to pop in and talk about it. How you been doing?
I've been doing well. How about you? You're still in your fantastic studio over there.
Yeah, I am still in Ohio. Our Dayton Disneyana fundraising event was quite successful. I'm not allowed to say our numbers yet because we haven't done our big reveal within the group. But once we do, I'll be sure and share with all of you what happened. So it was pretty cool. Jeffrey is like a twist. Yeah. Okay. So I guess yeah. So here I am. Ta-da. Let's see, Becca, where are we starting off? And I'll pull up the content for you.
Yeah, we are starting off with Lady and the Tramp. This is at Disney Store. This is the 70th anniversary of the film. I did not realize that. I shouldn't say it like that. Every one of these films has an anniversary, and we just keep hitting milestone after milestone. I can't believe that this one's already at 70.
Okay, see, this one I knew because I know it's as old as Disneyland. And so that's one of those that among the easier ones for me to actually keep track of.
Which is good. That's a good thing.
Right? How cute is this dress?
Yeah, it's very, very cute. Yeah. And I love the spaghetti that connects.
Maybe our friend Tony can bury some of his sadness that Lady and the Tramp disappeared from the animation lobby loop over there at DCA with a few of these little items celebrating the anniversary. They even have a magic band. Plus.
Yeah, I like this design a lot. It's it's the dinner, of course, and Tony's restaurant. But yeah, it's super cute.
Oh, a pin set with all your favorite furry friends from the film. And a beautiful hat. Is this Roosevelt's? This cap right here?
Don't think so.
Really? Because it matches the polo that they did so beautiful. Yeah, the button up. Sorry, their canoe flex that they did. I think it's a little bit later on in the click. I'm going to click real quick through because look.
Oh yes,
this is the Roosevelt's, and it's so beautiful. And this blue is a beautiful, very deep, beautiful blue. Our friend Ben was wearing it this weekend at Dayton Disneyana, getting lots of compliments. But the way that Lady's ears pop against this blue, so pretty. But you also got some squishmallows, which are always adorable.
Yeah, I think I love this. And you can see they're eating the spaghetti.
I was going to say, they're leaning hard into that scene at Tony's restaurant where they're enjoying their romantic dish. So this is the 70th collection available at Disney Store, a wide variety of items. And so therefore a variety of price ranges available for that celebration.
Yep, absolutely. And yeah, they recently had the mini mix-its. We talked about that last week. Those little plushes with the removable headpieces, like the hats. So yes, there's plenty of Lady and the Tramp.
Next up, we're going to be celebrating Moana.
Yeah, there's Ocean Celebration taking place throughout the summer. There's bunch of new products, all inspired by the film or the films, I should say. I like that Maxon, as his little subhead there, is just like, "You're welcome." It's so perfect.
So we've got some. I know among the collection, in addition to these clogs that feature Hey Hey and Pua, I saw a beautiful doll. I can't believe they even have sunscreen, I should say, available featuring Moana. She's so wildly I didn't realize until recently just how popular she is. When we were at Disney on Ice, the reaction of the kids seeing her, and then recently a parade appearance that she had. But what are we looking at, Becca?
Yeah, this is a swimsuit set for girls. I'd be totally cool if they had a swimsuit set for adults. I'm just I'm just saying.
Right?
And then there's also a fashion doll from Mattel. So she looks a little different than I'm used to seeing for the like Moana face, but I do like that there's a variety, and it's still obviously Moana.
Disney Streams coming in and saying so much merch. You're right. Well, actually, they say, hey, so much merch as I put up, hey, hey. So
Yep.
good timing. So
Yeah.
there you go.
I love this. This is so cute, and I like that it's so colorful. Just like Hey Hey, this seems like it would be something fun to have on display in your home.
This is magnificently realized in Lego. I would not have thought that it would look this good because
Right?
I have to admit this the Stitch is like not my favorite of their kind of Lego character sculpts that they've done. The puppies are adorable.
Mhm.
But even the Mickey Mouse they did a while back was kind of like, well, yeah, okay, it does it. But this really grabs the essence of Hey Hey, especially those eyes.
I agree. Yeah, and that might be maybe that's the big selling point there, is that they got the eyes right, and so then then the rest of it just all comes
Everything else
together.
just kind of trickles down. So,
Yeah.
and a little Kakamora that will launch things at you, apparently. So,
Mhm. Yeah,
so
from
we
Jack's Pacific.
a lot of fun happening in the world of Moana merchandise, but we have a new film just around the corner.
Yes, Elio, I think I'm saying it
I
correctly.
was
This
going to
is
say, Kyle, I haven't been in the office in a week or so, and I don't know, is it Elio or Elio? So you can,
oh,
put in
this
the
is
chat if you happen to be watching, how are we supposed to say it? So here
I
we
know,
go.
I should probably just watch the trailer again because 'cause I've watched the trailer once or twice, but I don't remember how he says it. And I know with Raya, I kept thinking it was Raya, and
Me
then it was
too.
like, "Oh, no, her name is Raya." And I was like, "Okay." So, make sure
But with this Happy Meal set, they're going for a kinetic fun. So these are those like launchable wheeled items. So they've done these a few times over the years where you have an array of characters on a wheeled base, and you in essence have something that you squeeze and it goes and then it sails across the table. So
Yep, that's I mean, that's perfect, right?
I like I like how Geo Elio and Elio.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
there
we
we
got
go.
it. We got it now.
And
We're there. So, these are cute. Which one?
Elio.
Which one? I don't even know the characters yet.
I
So which
don't
one?
either.
Which one of these is it? Are you excited? Remember how excited we were about the cat for Soul, and then
Yes.
it was just this tiny little portion of the film, but we were so. Which one of these are you hoping gets more screen time than the cat did in Soul?
Okay, well, based simply on these, I'm very much drawn to uh the red figure that looks kind of like a dragon
Yes,
of some type. I think that's the one that's calling to me. What about you?
the green goo.
Okay.
So whatever that green glob is down there, I am excited to get to know more about that character. So these are they coming to your McDonald's or are they
I
here already?
believe they've rolled out already. So this is I don't know if they're in every McDonald's, but if they're not, then they're on their way soon. So
So
these
very cool.
yeah. And of course we've got the themed uh wow, Happy Meal boxes there as well, and uh, yeah, lots of cool
So
stuff.
yours is Ambassador Cuesta.
Okay, Ambassador
So
Cuesta.
there we go. Whereas mine is Ambassador Aquari. I'm gonna go with.
Okay,
So yeah.
Cuesta. I like it. I like those names. Those are
Oh,
good.
Geo's local McDonald's still had Squish yesterday. My
Okay,
recollection is the ones in Orlando used to get them just a little bit ahead of the curve, and I'm guessing that's where these may have popped up from.
I
But
think
they're coming soon.
when it was Encanto, I went to 3 of the McDonald's around here, and they weren't at 2. It wasn't at 2 of them, but it was at the last one that I went to. So it could be also just
Oh, totally.
if it's not the closest one to you, maybe 5 minutes down the road, they might have it.
My local McDonald's is always well behind the curve when something new launches. So I figure they just kind of wait until they kind of run out. My assumption is they're waiting until they run out of the stock. So
Yeah.
it's like one of those things. So over at Disneyland, Ben took a bunch of pictures of some new Disney Winnie the Pooh items. And I'm sorry, but this just feels like a flashback to the mid to late 90s.
Yes, for sure. That's everything that Disney Store has released Winnie the Pooh, themed to Winnie the Pooh in the past, I want to say like 6 months, has definitely had that 90s vibe. Um, I like it. It reminds me of being a kid, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just it's a little young for what I like to wear. If that makes sense.
We have I'm gonna guess Jose coming in and saying, "Hi y'all, off topic but merchandise related. Does Disney World sell any elemental merch?" Kyle, if Tony happens to be around, can you maybe just Slack him and see if he's seen some? I know elemental has been featured in the latest World of Color, and so I don't know if maybe they appear in some merchandise connected to that or not, but we'll check on that for you. In the meantime, Disney Streams is agreeing with us, right? This feels very, very reflective and reminiscent of how a Disney store or Disney park shop would look back in the 90s. Winnie the Pooh and his friends from the 100-Acre Wood.
Yes. Yeah, I love the map, the shirt with the map there. That's always a classic look.
Even this embroidery right around the pocket. This is a style that was so popular at the Disney store when I was just beginning to have like my first job, so I could spend my fun money really the way I wanted to. And I remember buying items that had that embroidery with the Disney characters. I like the colors here, but I'm not a fan of the flowers on the
I'm not
cups.
either. I'm not either.
But I really like the colors, and the fact that they're leaning into kind of the heavy black outline on a lot of the items that I'm seeing, both here and in other parks, like where it's almost to me like a coloring book outline.
Yes.
I'm really fond of it. Disney Streams wants a tower of plushies. Oh,
yeah, I know, right? Every once in a while, I feel like they have that on display at like D23 or something, and it's like, remember when?
Oh, it's a cute little totem pole of our favorite friends. We've got Eeyore and Tigger, Pooh, and Piglet. Oh, so cute.
Yeah,
There's just I don't know. It's like a warm hug. Anytime you see Winnie the Pooh and his friends, just kind of chill.
Yes, there's something very calming about it.
An instant mental break. Oh,
that's a really good way to put it.
So you can find the collection below. Oh, this purse. These purses are just about this big, and they have a variety of them at the parks now. I saw one that had the castle, and it was like would recommend 10 of 10, kind of, you know, a motif, and like I say, just a variety of kind of the brands right now within the park are reflected in these smaller purses. So I guess maybe more of a pouch would be a better way to describe it. They look like they can be attached. So if you wanted to, you know, kind of have them hanging off of a bag as opposed to in your bag. But yeah, so I noticed that. So I'm wondering if that's kind of a new trend. Oh, we even have Tigger hats.
Yeah, that calls back to like for me, the goofy hats. I remember when there was not a ton of merchandise, but the goofy hats with ears. Okay, this looks like bed sheets.
I'm sorry.
But that's like very that feels very 90s too.
Yes. Yeah. And the flat bill.
Yeah. Not for me, but I appreciate that it's an option.
Hang on just a minute, because I got sent an item and it's not Winnie the Pooh, but it fits in with this dynamic of the hats that we're looking at. So let me pull it over here real quick to share with you, because our very own Mike Celestino here is a big fan of Donald, but he only likes Donald when he's angry. And check it out.
Ooh.
Donald angry face hat. So he's not like delightful hat. Donald. It's angry Donald. So maybe they're listening to Mike's wishes and giving him more angry Donald because that's what he enjoys. But we like friendly Pooh. So be sure and check out the link below to see. Is that a hidden Doobie in the background? That's Doobie, isn't it? My husband.
Quite possibly.
I wonder if it is because
I know
that
a hidden Mike as well.
I know he was there at the same time. I just don't know if he has a shirt that color. Okay. So yeah. Also at the Disneyland Resort, it's the 70th anniversary, and they have this beautiful limited edition doll. I'm so glad these images have come out because I've only seen this doll in a box, Becca.
Oh, really?
And you couldn't see how beautiful this gown is.
Yeah, I really like the dress. I love how it plays with the make it pink, make it blue from the film, but it's very, very elegant. And like it's like almost like a pastel color, but then this is a really pretty dress here for her to mark the celebration.
And the way they've worked in the Disneyland D with the 70 into this delicate embroidery with that familiar Aurora crown. The kind of organza style material. It might even be organza, but I'm not up on such things. I'll say style just in case. Over the sequining, so it has that glisten, but yet kind of diffused through that layer. They're so pretty, and her hair all curled. This doll is exquisite with the eyelashes. Yeah. But like I say, I'd only seen it like this in the box. I didn't realize just how beautiful and ornate the embroidery was around the base of the dress and then into the back of the dress. So if you, like me, hadn't gotten a peek at that, be sure to check out our article. You can zoom in and see just how beautiful the detail is, as well as read the back of the box and the various details that they include with that. Was there an edition size on this that we had, Becca?
Yes, 5,900.
Okay.
I guess globally. So 5,900. The doll itself is still available at Disney Store. It's $169.99.
So this is a higher end like collectible doll. A good portion of the time you'll see these dolls increase in price if you kind of keep them in a pristine condition. Yes. But just so many little details and touches that they've done with this doll. So thoughtful in the design with this particular creation for the 70th. Also, as part of the 70th, we saw a massive Disney Store appearance today, this week.
It was yesterday, and then there's going to be a couple more collections rolling out over the next few weeks, but this is the Celebration collection. And there's so much that we have on the site, but I wanted to highlight just a few of these. And yeah, like this light up snow globe figurine, I think that is just so cool. I love the colors. I love that the colors inside change as well, so it's not just a single light up. We've seen the popcorn bucket ornaments, and then this features light up elements as well, but this one is specific to the 70th anniversary celebration.
Yeah, the color scheme for this celebration is just tremendous. Purple, I'll call it fuchsia, and turquoise, and it's just a really nice blend. It's an instant. The theme of Disneyland Celebration is celebrate happy, and I feel like you can't help but be happy when you see kind of this color combo. There's something very, happy, but also just comfortable about it. It's not off-putting. It's embracing, and I don't know. It's a bright, sunshiny day every time I look at it. I'm a big fan.
No, me too. I think cheerful is the word that comes to my mind.
There you go.
In addition to happy, but yeah, this is. I love the colors for this.
It feels like a birthday party.
It does.
In the best way.
Yes.
In the best
Without
way. Yeah. So be sure to check out the Disneyland collection. And once again, when you check out our articles and then you click on them and you end up shopping at Disney Store or some of the other links here, they are affiliate links. So therefore we do receive a small commission, and we appreciate that because that helps support what we're doing around here. There's no additional cost to you, but we appreciate it because, hopefully in some cases, maybe you wouldn't have seen it if we hadn't have brought it to your attention. So, it's a nice nice little benefit to us as well.
Yes.
Oh, these are pretty.
Yeah, so there's ear hats and headbands, ear headbands as well. We saw the ornaments, the ear hat ornaments, and now this is for the kids. So this is just going to be in a smaller size. But
Gotcha.
I love how there's elements on the inside of the hat, and
Mhm.
I love the blue stripe around the outside of the hat as well. I don't love the bow on this. Like, I love the color
Yeah.
gradient. I think it looks great. I'm not a fan of the bow.
Yeah, the silhouette of the bow is not grabbing me as well. I do like the fact that the interior has a nice kind of pastel design that reflects the bow. I like that that there isn't sequins on the earband itself, because those can be irritating behind your ears. If you just have them on the ears, that's nice. These are gorgeous. My friend Anita bought these when we were in Disneyland, and the sparkle on these is really pretty, and the characters actually pop off that gold more than I would have thought. It's a really pretty design from Loungefly that matches the bag. And did you notice that the zipper here, Becca?
That's my favorite part of this, is you've got
Yeah.
this like prismatic zipper. Like, it just, everything about this collection is so good.
Yeah, they're paying attention to like the little things. And we always try and peek open and look inside a Loungefly. And this one has a beautiful black interior with that castle and that color scheme that just pops, especially against that black.
Yeah, no, I love this. I love this a lot.
So this hat is a much prettier blue than is reflected on the screen I'm looking at. Maybe your screen is reflecting a nice bright blue, but it is a really pleasant, like almost a royal blue, as opposed to kind of, I don't know, it looks kind of slate blue there to me, but it's a much brighter blue. So once again, we'll have that collection link below so you can check it out and scroll through all the items and see if any grab your fancy. We are moving on to, were there any other items in that collection that I didn't get to, Becca?
Not items, but if you can skip like, I think 2 more photos there, that's the one I want to look at.
Okay.
I love that the back has the 70th logo. You've got the color, gradient there. I just thought that was really cool. And that's going to be
this is that Loungefly, that gold tone Loungefly bag. That we saw earlier, but and I even like the way that they did the 70 where you have like the squiggles.
I know. It's so good. I was looking at this and I've seen so many Loungefly backpacks, and it's like, how do you make each one different or stand out? And this is speaking very much to me.
I don't know that I've been as in love with a Disneyland Celebration logo and kind of merchandise collection since the 40 Years of Adventure.
Okay.
When they really leaned into the appearance of Indiana Jones. And so they had kind of that Indiana Jones font, and Mickey had the fedora, and the color scheme was that was a very bold kind of yellow and red and blue. And like I say, it was just a very bold color scheme. And this one is bold, but not in that kind of primary way. But it's also very bold, and I don't know. It's hitting me. This has been the more difficult to resist, to stay within a budget when I'm at the parks and stumble on these. So good job.
Exactly.
Good job. Over at Harveys, they have I shouldn't say over at Harveys, because Harveys now drops on Disney Store their Disney bags, but they have a beautiful tote.
Yes, I really, really like this. This dropped yesterday along with all of the Disneyland 70th merchandise. This is not Disneyland 70th specific, but it does kind of follow that same color scheme, and it is Sleeping Beauty. So Sleeping Beauty Castle, Disneyland, it kind of all fits. This was still available when I looked before we started the show, which is surprising to me, because usually when Harveys drops on Disney Store, it goes super fast. But maybe, I don't know, they were also in 3 locations at Disney resorts, so it's very possible they just had a larger inventory for this release.
I also want to look and see, because I have a feeling like we've seen some of these movie poster bags move a little bit slower than we have seen their kind of just character driven,
That's
you know,
true.
repetitive patterns or that kind of thing. I'm gonna have to look and see because it's just like my gut says that. But I like the beautiful Disney signature hang bag charm
Mhm.
that they have. Once again, Harvey's bags, if you're unfamiliar, this is it's a seatbelt like fabric.
Yes.
So they're quite durable. They're easily washable. Many of my gal pals swear by them as far as their durability and like I say, the ability to kind of toss them in the wash and they hold up really well. And then these straps are easily interchangeable.
Yes.
And so they also offer various designs of straps. So if you don't necessarily want this plain blue that matches the bag specifically in that way, you know, you can find one that maybe is a Sleeping Beauty or something along those lines so that you can kind of easily change those between bags. So so that is a Harvey's bag that has dropped on Disney Store. Now we're moving into the world of Marvel.
Yep. Yeah, we got to talk about Fantastic Four, right? Because that's coming out in July, and so we like to look at what's going to be available at movie theaters. And yeah, popcorn buckets galore, and cups galore, and all sorts of various exclusives.
What am I even looking at here?
This is Galactus. I don't ask me. He's a villain in some Marvel stories, but
wow. Okay, so this is okay.
this is
cool.
this is a character, and that's going to be a popcorn holder.
This I can relate to. It's a car and it's a popcorn holder. I'm there. Oh wow, character popcorn tins.
Yeah, these are super cute.
Those are cute.
I was enjoying my perusal through this article.
I bet.
Thank you,
we've they call these totem cups. They're cups that kind of reflect the character, right? So with the rock guy over there who has a name.
He's the Thing.
Okay, Thing. It looks kind of like the Thing.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. Fred Ramirez coming in with the facts. You're looking at a more accurate Galactus, unlike Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Okay, so I think that's referring to previous movies from
yeah. And then if you look at this red one, it looks like it's on fire because that's Torch, Human Torch, right?
Yep, you got it.
Is the name. So it's all flamey. So yeah, so these are kind of cute and they come with a little character. So you can get those at AMC. Once again, we go through these so we remind you that if you have a selection of theater in your area, you may want to consider what would be your popcorn container or drink container available at that movie. Isn't that the weirdest thing? So wild. I love it though.
Yeah.
Okay, how adorable is this?
I was hoping you were going to love this because this feels very much up your alley.
100%. This makes me want to go see the movie. I had no interest in the movie, and now I want to go see the movie just because of this concession.
Herbie, yeah. I don't know what Herbie stands for, but yeah, this is a concession vessel. Which, as you can see there, it says that you have a place to store all three. So I'm assuming that you can utilize this vessel for your candy, your popcorn. Is that what that's how I'm reading that?
No, that's how I'm reading it. I'm reading if I buy this, then somehow I have a place to sip my drink, which I'm guessing is the top based on the way it looks, right?
Yep.
And then somewhere that I could put my candy, and then also somewhere where my popcorn would be and not mix up with each other. Now, Fred is asking, have they released a price on this, or is this just kind of out there as, hey, come to our theater and buy this?
I have not seen pricing.
Yeah, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just do these teases, and then it's not until you get to the theater. He has LED eyes, right? 341 ounce popcorn bucket.
I was trying to. Okay, so like a gallon. If you think of a water or like a gallon jug of milk, that's 128 ounces. So that's similar in. I mean, obviously the shape is different, but I was thinking. That's still so much popcorn, but then maybe not so much because if you fill a gallon jug with popcorn, yeah,
okay. So here, let me put some context. That other popcorn tin right there, it says it's 130 ounces. That to me feels like the pretty standard big one that you're when you go to the place, right? So just based on that notion, I'm pretty sure if I were to buy this popcorn bucket and sit it in my lap, I would no longer be able to see the movie. Pretty sure. Like I can't envision putting 3 of the popcorn, the normal size popcorn tins on each other and being able to see over them. I feel like when I'm in the movie, if I just have the one bucket, it's like, getting to here.
Yeah, no, with the Galactus one, yeah, you're absolutely right. I think you're absolutely right.
I so hope that we will see that on social somewhere. Someone's sitting at the movie, like all you can see is like the shoulders and this popcorn bucket in front of them.
Maybe there's going to be some like scary moments. And so you want to have that like place to hide your eyes without having to like cover your eyes. You're just like, oh, we'll hide behind my popcorn bucket.
Watch the movie from behind Galactus. Oh, look, Kyle, Becca's husband, coming in with the facts. 85 ounces was a medium popcorn, 46 ounces was a small popcorn, and 170 for the bucket.
Okay.
Now,
it doesn't actually weigh that much. Like the weight of it is actually going to be more like. It's so interesting.
And then finally want to make sure you know about this limited edition pint glass. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like this too.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I didn't bring it up here, but we have one glass from Alamo. And it's a nice, like it's a thick glass. And
this is one of those from the Alamo Draft House.
Mm-hmm. So
very nice. It's really pretty. Although this Marvel logo over here, it always reminds me of the Cinerama Dome because that's what the Cinerama Dome letters did. That little funky,
the little
wavy thing. Yeah, like they're on the cards. Okay, we're doing a little bit more Marvel before we move into something I'm more familiar with. So Marvel Gamerverse. Wolverine versus Silver Samurai.
Yep. Yeah, this was revealed a couple weeks ago by Hasbro. This is the Marvel Legends action figures. They're that 6-inch or 1/6 scale. So this is a 2-pack. This is for pre-order right now at Hasbro Pulse and our friends at Entertainment Earth. This is inspired by the like Capcom games. So those like video game console boxes that I know I'm saying the wrong word, but like they used to have at arcades and stuff. This is what this was inspired by. And they come with so many cool accessories. There's a ton of accessories for these. So it's a $60 investment. It's expected to arrive in November, but you can pre-order now. And then there's also going to be a couple other characters rolling out over the next few weeks if you want to collect the entire collection. But yeah,
I was trying to double check for Jose on the elemental stuff because I remembered there being some way back when the film was first dropping, and I was trying to think if I saw any. When I was there, I feel like most of the Pixar movie dynamics I saw was more about Inside Out, and so the characters of Inside Out. But
yeah,
I'll be honest. I am not as savvy when it comes to easily separating out those characters if I just glance at them as I'm walking by merchandise because they have like those ear bands that you can develop, and I'm pretty sure I only saw Inside Out. I don't believe I saw any elemental there.
That's correct. Yeah, I haven't seen elemental merchandise at Disney for a while now.
Yeah, since around the time of the premiere. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Moving over into the world of Star Wars because I like Star Wars. Heroes and villains. They're beautiful merchandise, really well designed, nice durability, good quality. They're doing kind of a matching outfit dynamic right now.
Yes, and then they're not saying couples outfits because you can match with a best friend or with a sibling or anybody else who absolutely loves Star Wars that you want to twin with. The Luke to your Leia or haha. There's five, I can't even remember, 4 patterns, I believe, inspired by Jedi, Rebel, and Imperial. These button-down shirts for one look and then shirt dresses for the other.
Yes.
I like these a lot. I like I like the colors. I like how it's Star Wars, but it's subtle Star Wars.
And they've offered designs that would be like kind of more of the Jedi side, and some that would be the Rebels, some that would be the Empire. So you can kind of, lean into whatever particular facet of the Star Wars saga you are interested in. What do you think of this shirt dress, Becca?
I don't know that I would wear a shirt dress. Like, I know some people can pull it off really, really well. I don't feel like I'm one of those people. I would probably be more inclined to get the button-down shirt myself. What do you think?
I was kind of in this similar boat. I was like, I think for me, maybe if it was a bit longer.
Okay.
So, or if I wore it as more of a tunic with like leggings or something along those lines, then perhaps. But otherwise, for me, a woman of my age, I'm not as comfortable in a super short skirt anymore. So it's just I feel conspicuous. So there you go. So that's just me. But these are over at Heroes and Villains, and like I say, I've had the opportunity to buy. Actually, I was given a few items, not by Heroes and Villains, by somebody who bought them for me, and really, really great quality. Nice. I had a sweatshirt, and it's a hefty sweatshirt. Sometimes you buy those, and they're thinner and lightweight. They don't hold up well. This one has handled a lot of abuse. So very impressed with the quality that I've run across when I've dealt with Heroes and Villains items. Speaking of items with high quality, Becca, last week we showcased the Rock Love Disney Villains collection, and I shared that my friend Anita almost wrecked it wasn't quite that bad, but got very excited at the prospect of this collection. Well, let me say, look what arrived today.
Oh,
she did pick up the Yzma earrings.
Oh,
they are quite stunning. The design is really exquisite. It's like that hinged back thing.
Yes.
They're really light. They're surprisingly lightweight because they look like they should have some heft.
Yes.
But they don't. So they don't pull on your ears. They're really lightweight. They're well designed. They snap really easily. And if you were savvy, you could probably even wear it, because one side is that Yzma design.
Okay.
While the other side is just a simple silver. So if you just wanted to, have just the basic silver on the front, the way that the design is. But I want to kind of showcase it for all of you, because it's really, really pretty.
It is.
And the packaging itself is a beautiful purple, and it has a bit of green in the back too.
Okay.
So let me see if I get my phone, because I really want you guys to see how pretty. So we were both like, wow, that's even prettier than it looks like on the thing. There you go.
Ooh.
There's like a shimmer just to the box itself. It's crazy. But here's where we both were blown away. Okay, let me pull up the image real quick. So this is the necklace, the Villains Ursula necklace. And let me show it to you in person, because when you see it in person, it catches the light. So the chain catches the light. Let me hold it up. There we go. The chain catches the light. So pretty. The tentacles also.
Yes.
Some of these, they have the crystal, and as you can see in the image, right? You see how some of it is just the sculpted metal, but then other portions they've put a faceted crystal in there. And no, it's beautiful.
Really
and
pretty.
Look at its size, and it has such heft to it. I mean, it is not.
Wow, that is impressive.
Yeah, it is really beautiful. This is 165. So they just dropped these two last week, and they're going to have other villains coming in the future. That's Rock Love. We wanted to make sure that you all know. But today, Becca, they sneak peeked that coming in a few days, a Powerline collection.
Wow, Goofy Movie is having its heyday.
Goofy Movie over at Rock Love. So if you have a Powerline fan in your family, in your life, be sure to give our friends over at Rock Love a look, because I say our friends, I met them once at like a D23 event, but I'm just such a fan
No,
of their
they're
items. I've
great.
purchased so many necklaces, and my friend Anita, who loves jewelry way more than me, has purchased more of it. And yeah, we really are big fans of the choices that they make with their designs, and then just the quality of materials that they use in them as well. So wanted to give a quick mention about Rock Love. But now we have Becca's list.
Yep, we've got another Tuesday pin drop, and we also had a Monday pin drop with some of the Disneyland 70th anniversary pins. Some items sold out, but there are still a few available. Bobble Bar has a Goofy necklace and earring, not a set. They're available separately, but some very pretty, somewhat sparkly, goofy elements there if he's your favorite character. And then her universe released a retro Disneyland dress that has a belt sash. It's really quite gorgeous. That's available at Disney Store. We talked a lot of Disney 70th. Well, there's also a Starbucks tumbler available at Disney Store that has a domed lid that looks like Mickey ears, which is very, very cute. There's some Duffy merchandise that's going to be coming to Disney Cruise Line, so there's a sneak peek at what is on the way. And then House of Mouse product launch. There's some new items from obviously Disney Store, but then also Shoe Palace and a couple other licensed brands that have licensed Disney characters if you like Mickey and Friends. There's a Pride collection at Disney parks. We've covered this a couple times on here, but there's a popcorn bucket as well. So if you're collecting those, that's something else to add to your collection. Roosevelt's last week released a Hercules collection, and there's I think 5 different shirt designs, a couple items available for kids, and then most of everything is available in classic and ladies styles. Deadpool VR coming to MetaQuest 3, the virtual reality stuff that's going to be coming later this year. So there's a sneak peek at that. And I believe Neil Patrick Harris is doing the voice of Deadpool. And then finally, Hot Toys has a Yelena Belova figure from Thunderbolts. We love Hot Toys. We love how they recreate our favorite characters in these gorgeous sculpts. This is something else that will look great in your Marvel collection. So that's what I've got.
Yay! Well, we made it. Even though I'm on the road, I should be back in my normal digs for next week's Barely Necessities. For those of you who may not be familiar with Laughing Place, we are all Disney all the time. We do our best to keep you updated on all the happenings within the Disney company, whether it's TV, movies, in the parks, or even merchandise that you may want to bring home. So give us a like, maybe subscribe, and you'll find out what we're up to. I know in this case, tomorrow we will have a morning update, bringing you whatever's been happening within that world of Disney. Earlier today, we had a walk and talk wandering around Disneyland, kind of showcasing what's happening there during the 70th. And next Saturday evening is trivia. So all kinds of fun happening on this YouTube channel, and all Disney. So hopefully you'll tune in again. But if not, maybe we'll see you next week. Becca and I will be back to talk more Disney merchandise. We'll see you all then. Bye.